I was trying to hold back tears as I was viewing the property, and I was like, damn, do I really not want to live in this house that bad? A lot of people don't know. I'm a yapper. I talk a lot. I have been talkative since I could start talking. Hey y'all, I'm Michelle, and welcome back to my channel. This might be tricky because my camera lens is so loud. If you hear this noise, it's my camera lens. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different and do a chit chat. Get ready with me because I don't do that often. I'm here in Miami and I have an event to go to in a couple of hours. We know about the hair, but I'm so private that I feel like y'all don't know about me. I'm gonna be outside, so I'm using 2 primers. I'm gonna use about that much. But in my last hair vlog, I was letting you guys know that I was going to be away for at least a month because I was moving. I was in Jacksonville, Florida for 4 years. We originally moved there because my husband got a position at one of the universities there. I didn't enjoy it at all. Anyone in Jax will tell you that it's grown a lot over the last 20 years, which it has, because I have family from Jacksonville, so I have been there before it became what it is now. A lot of people also say that it has a lot of potential. There are so many cities around that offer so much more that I'm not really trying to sit around and wait for a city to build up its potential. If you haven't seen my videos in a while, or if you are just watching my videos and you just came across this video now, you'll probably be like, husband, what is she talking about, husband? When I'm talking, I just assume that everyone already knows, but how would they know, girl? I got married back in September. My husband and I have been together since high school. He was here before my small corner of the internet even knew who I was. I am color correcting my hyperpigmentation. I'm using the Huda Beauty color corrector in Mango. Recently, he had an interview that went very well, and he got a job offer. Within that week, we had to go ahead and find a new place to live because we'd be moving out of state. We drove up and started immediately looking at homes and townhomes. For foundation, I'm using the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation. We're moving from Jax to not in Atlanta, but the metro Atlanta area. Looking at the townhome that I saw, it was a very nice townhome. It was quiet, but it was in Buckhead. It was on a very busy road. Getting anxious from just leaving my house is not really my vibe. It took us so long just to get out to the light on the main street. It literally would have been perfect if it was in a better location. So after that, we went to a home. It was a 4-bedroom home. It was really big. It had a huge backyard. It was an older house, but it was very dark, and it also had a very sad energy. First off, it was on a very busy road. It's the front yard, the road, and you could hear all the cars passing by in the house. That would be a problem when I'm recording voiceovers. So already I was like, this is, I don't know, this is not, I don't think this is for me. And then when we go inside of the house, bathrooms were upgraded, the kitchen was upgraded, that was nice, but everything else was just very outdated. If you know me in real life, you know that I am very sensitive to things. Like, I can't describe it, but I get these feelings about things that it's just kind of like a trust your gut type of thing. I really have to trust my gut when it comes to a lot of things. That house had such a sad energy about it that I was trying to hold back tears as I was viewing the property, and I was like, damn, do I really not want to live in this house that bad? But no, it wasn't that. I know not everyone believes in things like this, but something very devastating happened in that house, and it was very sad energy that was taking over my body. And I was like, I can't live here. My husband was really excited about the space and being able to have a basketball court outside and like having his own yard and everything, but if I don't like something, he's like, listen, you not with it, I'm not with it. Next, we went to a townhome that was just recently built, and it was a brand new townhome community. It had apartment vibes. It had like a gym, it had the in-unit washer and dryer, but the trade-off with that is dealing with noisy neighbors. One of the biggest reasons I wanted to leave Jacksonville after a while was because of my neighbor. He was fucking terrible. He lived below us, and it sounded like he lived over our heads. He was just so loud all the time, and I think it was intentional, all because we filed a noise complaint on him when we first moved in, because he was just always blasting his music and we never got to sleep. And I think he took that really personal, and he made living in our apartment for the next 2 years after that very, very difficult. I had no idea who the man was until I was in my elevator one day. I held the door open for him, asked him what floor he wanted to go to, and he said what floor, but it was like very nasty. And I was like, ooh, what did I do to this man? That explains a lot. That explains why he's so just nasty when I encounter him. One way I knew that he was doing it on purpose was that when I got on the elevator one day, I was bringing up moving boxes because we didn't have a lot of time. We had to go. He knew that we were moving at that point, and I did not hear any noise for the entire last 2 weeks of us in that apartment. And he was below us, but I didn't hear the stomping, the slamming of cabinets. And I was like, wow, some people are really freaking crazy. You mean to tell me that you spent all of your time dedicated to making strangers miserable? It is weirdo behavior. He made me never want to live in an apartment again. Soundproofing would have to be phenomenal, okay? I stopped tiptoeing around and started walking normal because I've always been really considerate, very conscious of the neighbors below me and being like, I don't want to be too loud, I don't want to be stomping, I don't want to be disturbing them. I was always super quiet. Like we never got any noise complaints, okay? We lived in multiple units in that apartment complex, but we had been in that apartment complex the whole time of living in Jacksonville. We were there for the entire 4 years. No one ever had a problem with us. We're just a weirdo. To bring it back to the third place that we looked at, this set of townhomes we viewed was in an amazing location. It was literally in the perfect location. It was, everything convenient was nearby, and it was very, very, very walkable. The townhome was a new build. A lot of the units weren't even completed yet. It was just so new, and because it had that apartment feel, it was nice though, it was nice. I was just very concerned about the noise. If we move into this townhome, will we be essentially dealing with the same issues that we were dealing with in Jacksonville? It was a 3-story townhome like the first one we viewed in Buckhead, but the one in Buckhead only had 1-car garage. This one had a 2-car garage. It had smart home features. It was very, very nice. The bedrooms are kind of small though, and so are the closets, so that was something to think about. We knew that out of all the places we viewed that day, that was definitely an option. There weren't many people living there yet for us to ask a whole bunch of people what they thought about the place honestly, but we found someone outside walking their dog, and we just asked them like, what do you honestly think about the place? And they said, we don't know, we just got here. Like, it's nice right now, we really love it, it's in a great location, it's brand new, it's like all the things that I just told y'all, but we don't know about the noise because we don't have any neighbors yet. With these rent prices, I can't gamble that. And I contour with bronzer because it's warm on my face. I don't really like the tone of contour. Using this one from NARS, it's Laguna 4. After that, we went to our final place. I was the one that convinced us to go over there because it was kind of a long drive from where we were at, and we were both tired. I was like, let's just go and see. Why not? Why not go and see? And I'm glad that we did. I can easily get to the city if I want to. Speaking of city, content creation and influencing has changed in that sense a lot. You really could benefit so much from just being able to pull out your camera and film at your house. That was the greatest benefit, the dream job for introverts. I honestly feel like that has changed. I feel like if you want to get opportunities that extend beyond the 4 walls of your home, where you live matters. Which you know is unfortunate, but it is what it is. You know, that's fair too. It's just easier, and there's so many talented creators all over. Best believe in a big city, it's so much easier to go to a New York or an LA and just invite those who are in the proximity. One of the main reasons I'm trying to put myself out there when it comes to attending events, and also challenging myself to get out of my comfort zone, because if you want something, you gotta go get it. Nobody is going to give anything to you. It's not gonna be handed to you. You know, I'm very fortunate for all the opportunities that I get. I'm doing the work in the house, I'm doing the filming, but when it comes to the brand trips and the events, I'm not getting invited to those things. And like I just said, it's on me to put myself out there, get out of this little introvertedness. You can't just sit around hoping and wishing for things to happen. After we found the home that we wanted to move to, we got that ball rolling. We had to move really quickly, and we usually move ourselves. Couldn't do it this time. The moving process was actually pretty stress-free because we hired someone to move for us. Do y'all mind if I cuss? Because I actually do cuss a little. It's so funny because I think people on social media, especially when people who don't follow me come across my accounts, think I'm younger than what I am. Some people will make comments about my music choice and be like, that's not appropriate for a young lady to be doing. Man, please, I'm not gonna respond. I'm just gonna block you. You do not know me at all. I keep it cute, but I am a grown woman. Let me conceal my eyelids because I'm gonna try to do a little bit of eyeshadow. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing when it comes to eyeshadow at all. I've been trying this past year to learn the eyeshadow thing, but that is such an art. I'm gonna get it, but it's an art, and I admire you if you know how to slay a good eyeshadow look. I so admire you, and please help me. Now I am in an area that I feel like is better suited for me. It's closer to our family. I'm just happy to be around my people. Jacksonville, I guess it was the area that I was in. It didn't give me the feeling that I get when I'm in Chicago, when I'm in DC, when I'm in Atlanta. I always tell people that I'm from nowhere because I was a military brat and I've lived everywhere, all over my entire life. I've attended over 10 schools, probably way more than that, from kindergarten up until I graduated high school. I've had to start over so many different times, but I did live in Georgia for over 10 years before moving to Jacksonville. And one thing about Georgia that most of the South has is Southern hospitality. Jacksonville, Florida gives South Georgia, but I wasn't feeling that hospitality. I got so used to people just reaching over me and not saying excuse me that it felt like culture shock when I went to the grocery store in Georgia for the first time in years, and people were saying excuse me, and they were saying I'm sorry when they bumped into me. You don't have to hold a conversation with me. I'm not asking you to invite me to dinner, but to say excuse me is nice. That's something that I got used to people not saying, that I was shocked when I heard that for the first time again in years. You didn't just reach your hand over my face, get that carton of milk or that body cream I was for. One thing about me that a lot of people don't know, I'm a yapper. I talk a lot. I have been talkative since I could start talking. I'm a Gemini, but I'm a Scorpio moon in ascending, and it kind of makes me a weird ass Gemini. But the Gemini tendencies are there, like I'm very chatty, but I'm also, what did I say, mysterious? How's the makeup coming out so far, y'all? I need to hurry up. I'm starting to take a long time now, all this yapping. I hope that the sound of my camera lens is not too bad and that it doesn't ruin this video. I'm gonna do an in-between spray with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. Oh! Why is it salty? I'm bilingual, yo hablo español. Nobody in my family speaks Spanish. I learned in college. I was really quiet in college. I didn't talk much, but my degree, one of my degrees is in Spanish. Because I did not talk much, I truly believe a lot of my professors assumed that I did not know Spanish and that I was just fucking around. Because they didn't hear me speak much. Little did they know I was a certified yapper, so of course it would be easy for me to pick up on the language because I talk a lot. Remember my senior year, we had to do our senior capstone. The only professor that knew I was going to do well was a super tough professor, and because she was tough, a lot of people didn't enjoy her classes, but I don't know, I love the hard teachers. She knew my ability and I didn't even have to do this so much in class. But when I would have meetings with the other professors, I remember one, she was like, you just look so sad. It just seems like you're going through something. She meant well. I'm fine, I promise you. My senior year, we also had to do this audio interview. I forgot what it was called, but it tests your Spanish speaking skills. And my mentor, she was already like, I'm already expecting you to not do well. So you're probably not gonna get the certificate that you need. Girl, I gotta advance. Well, y'all, I'm a certified yapper, but they did not know that. I did just fine. And I feel like I'm kind of losing the skill now because I have not used the language consistently, like on a consistent basis in about 2 years. And I gotta do something about that. But I don't know, when I get around Spanish speakers, I just feel a little bit self-conscious in a way that I didn't in the past. And that probably just means that I need to immerse myself in the language more. I use this contour stick by Fenty Beauty in Espresso for my eyelids, and I'm gonna try to add a little color. I got this Romance palette. I came here with a slightly crusty blowout. I didn't have time to do my hair before my flight, and I did this little bubble ponytail. I showed it in my hair vlog that should be out after this video. You can never go wrong with a bubble ponytail. Thought I was gonna do a sleek bun, but who was I kidding? I know that as much as I love buns, we have it out. It takes a lot for me to get my hair into a bun. Bubble ponytails are another sleek style, but it's just so much easier because my hair is away kind of sort of, but I'm not fighting against my hair. This eyeshadow is kind of red. It's coming up kind of red on my skin. I'm only gonna focus it right there. So if it looks crazy, it's okay because you can barely see it anyways. My lips kind of crusty now. Oh my God. Now for my favorite part, I don't like how it looks when it gets on my nostrils. So I try my best to avoid putting any powders in that area. Going in with Rich Peach and putting it in other areas. As the day goes by, it's gonna set so beautifully. Add a little bit more bronzer along my forehead. Just a little bit of the Benefit Hula Toasted. I think I need a little bit of pressed powder. And this is Canufa. Do you see a difference? Am I crazy or is there a difference? Either it's like a placebo effect or it does look more blurred, I don't know. I'm gonna use a little bit of the Juvia's Place blush. I used this yesterday and it's this Rare Beauty liquid luminizer, and I use it as a highlighter along my nose, and it was so pretty yesterday, so I'm gonna try it again. I don't think it's just me, but with Rare Beauty products, they dry so fast that it doesn't give you much time to spread it where you want it to go, so you have to work really fast or it's gonna be stuck in one place. It's very subtle, but it's gonna look so pretty in the sun. Didn't bring my lash curler in my lashes. They grow downwards. I'm using the Refy mascara. Use some of this CoverGirl on my lower lash. When I was on my way here on the plane, I started to watch Wicked, and then I had to stop myself. You have someone that you watch all your shows with. It is the ultimate form of betrayal to start watching something without them when y'all had already agreed that you were gonna watch it together. See, I had forgot. And I'm gonna wait until this weekend to watch it. The lip combo that I'm doing is kind of like what I wore when I went out yesterday. Nude ain't never did me wrong, but it's still good to try new things. I'm using the NYX matte pencil and Mason, and I'm gonna use 2 lip liners. I'm starting off with this one first. This is the One Size lip pencil in Rent Dew. I'm gonna put this one underneath that lip liner on the bottom lip, and then at the top I'm gonna put it underneath the first liner. I'm using this Valentino lipstick. I would describe it as a muted pink, and I like it. Out of habit, I so badly always want to go in with another lip gloss shade in the middle to make it two-tone, but I'm not gonna do that this time. I'm gonna use the Say lip oil and dip just to give it some shine. It wasn't this cool tone yesterday. Hopefully it still matches with the look of my dress. Speaking of dress, y'all wanna see it? I have this Patrick Ta shimmer, so I'm just gonna put a little bit along my chest area. Put a little shine. I have this EOS lotion in Strawberry Dream, and it smells so good. I'm gonna use some of this just to get the scent that I'm going for. Next, I am using perfume oil from Nest. It smells so good. Put it on my arms, put the excess behind my ears. I'm gonna use Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow. This goes really nice with the strawberry. Let that dry down. While that's drying down, I'm gonna start putting some of my jewelry on because I'm supposed to be gone at 4 and it's 4 o'clock. I'm gonna link these earrings down below. It's a black owned brand. The dress is black owned. I sweat for literally no reason, especially when I'm nervous. So I'm not even nervous right now. These are kind of heavy. They're so pretty, you guys. Look at that. I'm going to top it off with the Forever Mood Hard to Get. Probably gonna start sweating soon now. Bracelets, I think I'm gonna wear this one today. mind me, y'all. I'm just struggling to put this bracelet on. I got it. Did my hair earlier, so it's fine. I don't think it needs to be smoothed down or sprayed down or none of that. This is the full outfit, back up so that y'all can see. The sandals are from Veronica Beard. I did get this dress shortened to my height because it was dragging the floor. I was tripping over it. It was just very, very long. It is definitely tall girl friendly. Okay, y'all, I'm really about to head out now. I hope you guys enjoy getting ready with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.